Hey everybody, welcome back to What's New in School. This is the Tuesday, February 10th edition. I just finished up some more things, so I wanted to bring them to you so you guys know what's new and happening here. And let's go ahead and go to my screen here. And what I want to show you is some of the new PanelView Plus files that you get for free to use with your courses. This is for PLC Basics Core or First Edition or the First Edition Remastered. And there's not a lot going on here. Let me go ahead and play it. I am connected to my Micrologix 1000 via serial. You can see all the I/O is updating here. And while this will work for any of the labs we do in that course, of course, you need to be running the simulation file that you would download from the same place you would download this in the appendix of the course. And here you can see I can go ahead and press in this case, it's the yellow button to start things up. Okay, you can see it started up. And I can stop it with the red button. Okay, press it again. This is a maintain. And we can start it up again. And then I believe this button here just turns on the red light. Now you will notice it's a little slow because we are going serial 19.2, but in any case, yeah, so you can use this simulator, all of the, labs in that course, okay? This again, being the very first course I did, everything's very simple, but in any case, there are a couple other screens here. One that has data table values from the data table. So if you're just wanted to monitor, maybe you're doing some of the math exercises or whatnot, you'll see all that there. And then the other one is a program guide. So these are each of the programs and what's covered in them. So that's the first one I wanted to show you. Let me go ahead and close those out. I'll actually close FactoryTalk View. The next one I want to show you is for ControlLogix Basics or PAC Basics. Again, this would run with the simulation file and the code you create during the course. I'm going to go ahead and release the stop button, press the start button. You can see the widgets are coming down here. Now this looks very similar to PLC Basics 2nd edition, but there's a lot of different data here. We did different things in this course, right? And so I can go ahead and, add some scraps. So right now this is the total we've made. I can add a couple of scrap items here, right? So you can see the good has gone down. You can see here it's been running for a while, so it wants the machine to be lubed. You can see the lube timer here. You can also see the run timer. So let me go ahead and lube the machine, and then you can see the run timer stats back up. I also can start a shift here, and this data will come down here to be last shift if I start a shift. And so we get the shift started, and when the shift is done, of course, the data will transfer. And then you can see all the timers right here. Now, we also do the maintenance of the machine and function blocks. So depending if you're doing function blocks or ladder, you can see, we did a add-on instruction for counting data, or we did data in the function block. So you get different things there. You can also see the bin fills up. Unlike PLC Basic 2nd edition, it doesn't stop with a full bin. But I can empty it at any time. I also can do the jam before. So a part jams before coming out. And we should get our alarm bit here. You see here, no parts. Okay, we'll turn that off, and then we'll jam it at the photo eye. And now the no parts go off, but we get the part jam after 5 seconds. Okay, so that's how that one works. Again, this is really to help you with the programming so that you have something visual to look at, right? So let me go ahead and stop that. The next one I want to show you, again, these are all free, is the one for the Micro 800. Here you'll see the one for the Micro 800. Let me see if I can start it up here. Okay, you can see everything's going. And of course, I have the VFD buttons. I don't actually have my VFD hooked up right now. I have the test lamp button. I can add, you can see how many we've made, 45 versus 41. And so, or 46 versus 42. Let me add some scrap here. Okay, you can see the good went way down, the scrap went way up. And I can do the same thing, jam before if I wanted to, or jam at. Okay, so you can see it's jammed now. And we get the no parts light. And then I can jam at, and that will give us the part jam light. So this is very similar to the last one we just looked at. Okay, there it is, parts jam. Just another visual way to help you do your work. And then here we can see the lube done. I can go ahead and click that. Okay, clear that. So that is the project for the Micro 800. And now let me show you the one for the CompactLogix. Okay, so this is the screen you get for the CompactLogix, Compact Basics course. Of course, we did something different there. It's not the widget machine, it's the stamp press. And so it's a very similar structure, but let me go ahead and start it. You can see we're cranking out parts here. We do have a parts bin. We can sense the part that's been ejected. We also can sense when the bin is full. And we also have a die light here we can turn on. This light over here represents the blower that blows the part out of the die. And we can do a couple things here that are different. We have different data in this course, but a couple of things that are unique to this course is the press mode. So I can put the press mode into right here. And then let me go ahead and empty bin. And now this is set to the build the preset mode. And so if I hit start, it should build me 5 parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And so if you're taking Compact Basics, these are the lessons you're going to go through in that course. And you can see here we should get 5 parts. And of course you can go in the PLC and change that. Okay, it built 5 parts. I can do it again. It'll build 5 more parts. So that's one of the unique modes of this course that we didn't do in the other courses. And then the other one I want to show you is, we'll just wait for it to build those 5. Good. Okay, so let me take it out of build the preset mode and put it into maintenance mode. And in maintenance mode, we can either cycle the machine or we can inch it. And just inch it, a little bit. And this is the maintenance mode. And if you also want to check your alarms, right? Let me go over here. We can click right here and take off the material, make the material disappear out of the machine. And after the timer runs out, we'll see that we get the alarm here. Okay, we'll put the material back, and now the alarm goes off. And so that is the HMI screen to help you with Compact Basics if you're taking that course. And again, these are all free for students. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to do this, as I'm getting into the new courses, the 2026 courses, is I wanted to make sure that whatever I do for the 2026 courses incorporates everything I've learned. And now I haven't built these for the S7. I didn't think people learning the S7 want a PanelView Plus screen, but in any case, I am going to take into account everything I did in that course as well when I'm start filming the lessons for the 2026 course. And so now this will allow me to finish lessons 103 and 104 and in the existing courses and in the new courses. Now, the other thing I did here, let's go back to the camera. I'm going to bring over in a web page here from the Automation School. This just happens to be for PAC Basics Extended. The other thing you're going to notice here now is the digital twin request form is now live. So in the last episode, I showed you about the digital twin from PLC Lab 3D Studio, that you can use that digital twin instead of having a physical set of hardware, or instead of using that PanelView Plus file I just showed you. It's the widget machine from that system. But in any case, this is where you would fill in. Really, all you have to do here is put in that you're agreeing to the license, because the license is just for us students. It's not something free we give to the whole world. We're not a nonprofit. I got to make a living. So in any case, we're just having you agree that what we give you is for you and you won't abuse it. And then you can see down here in all the tag tables, they've all been updated. So let's say you were using in this case, a ControlLogix. These were the addresses I used in the course, but these are the tags I'm using inside of the digital twin. And the digital twin was designed for the new courses that I'm filming now, so you can still map them to the old course and still use it with the old courses. The buttons are just in a slightly different position. And so now with this form up there, you can now request it. We got the table here. The next thing I'll be doing is updating all of these 104 lessons with a little tutorial on how to use that digital twin. And there'll be more in the first lab as well, but we'll take it one step at a time here. So that's everything that's been updated. So we now have all of the simulation. We have all the start files. We have all the start files with simulation, and we have all the free PanelView Plus graphics that you can use along with your course. Of course, if you request a temporary activation of FactoryTalk View Studio, after the 30 days, it goes into demo mode and runs for 2 hours at a time. So you pretty much have it for life. So definitely something worth asking for if you don't already have it at work when you request your temporary activations. And don't forget, you don't have to use the PanelView Plus, the FactoryTalk View software, if you use the digital twin. But the digital twin does not work with the MicroLogic Slick 500 PLC5. I tried it; it doesn't work, and the Digital Twin also doesn't work with old versions of Logix. I only can get it to work with versions 30 and above, so keep that in mind if you're using 24 or 20 or something older. The Digital Twin, for some reason, can't read the outputs. I don't know why. But in any case, I just wanted to bring you this quick update to let you know that the HMI files are up there and that the Digital Twin form, you can actually request it now and start using it. Again, it's only a 90-day license, so don't use your license until you're ready to go. But that's this week's update from the Automation School. Now I'm going to jump right back into the studio, start updating lessons 103, 104, and I think I'm on to lessons 2. So very shortly, anybody who's enrolled in the extended or level 1 and 2 courses, you're going to see the early access to the new courses become available. I want to make sure there's enough new lessons in there before I start letting people take the new courses. But in any case, all the stuff I did upload, though, all these panel view screens are for the original courses that you guys are in. So with that, I want to wish you all good health and happiness. If you have any questions, please let me know underneath this post. And until next time, my friends, peace.